So day one, I've decided to do a 100-day challenge of meditating for 1 hour per day and then recording my thoughts about it, seeing what emerges from what I've been learning and what I can teach others. At the beginning, it's really tough. You've always got that first part of you, that first egoic sense, the mind that's saying, you can't do this, maybe it's never been done. In this case, I know that it's been done because Kyle sees someone that I really admire has done it, so I wanted to follow the path and see what it could bring out of me and how it could serve the world. So the first part, just of speaking in front of a camera or sitting down and, doing nothing for an hour seems intimidating. But once you get into it and you realize that everything is doable and there's nothing that's really weird, quote unquote, strange or off about doing any kind of experience. No matter what it is, it's possible because you're alive. It's possible just because you are living. Anything you want to do is available to you just because you literally were born. You have the right to do anything. We have laws, we have rules, because we want to regulate and we want to control and protect from harm. But in reality, you have the right to do anything just because you were born. That's the God-given right, is that you can make anything happen. Everything is possible. All you need to do is do it. And doing this is really exciting for me because it allows me to commit to something and be able to say, okay, I can do this, even though it may seem intimidating, or maybe I'd be thinking, oh, somebody else will do it, it'll look cool when they do it, but it won't look cool when I do it. And that is such an egoic state of mind, because you are a creator just as much as anybody else is. And okay, you know what I love about this? What I love about this. Often we're going to look and see what we did wrong, and we're going to be like, oh, I wish I could change this. Wish I could change this. But a good state of mind of having is, what do I love about this situation? What do I love about right now? I don't feel like I'm in my purpose. I don't feel like I'm speaking to the camera through purpose. I feel like I'm trying to get something from speaking to this camera, and it feels odd. And oftentimes that translates to neediness or lack, and it's uncomfortable. Like, sitting in front of this camera right now is kind of uncomfortable. It's like, okay, what can I get from this for shooting this? Am I going to get approval? Am I going to get praise? Are people going to, wow, that was so cool of you. Is that what I'm looking for really right now? Because if it is, it doesn't feel good to me. And when you come in and you say, okay, I love that. I love the fact that I noticed that. I thank you. And now I'm willing to see what I can give through this experience. What can I give to the world? How can I shine my light a little bit brighter so that somebody else can start to shine theirs even brighter as well? So oftentimes, even in the meditations, at the beginning or during, I'm very much stuck in my head, and I'm like, okay, what am I getting out of this? I'm sitting here for an hour. What can emerge so that I can become a better person? What can I do to, get to that state of bliss and feel good? And that's all coming from a mindset of wanting to get. And it feels weird, because I'm noticing it. I was in a space before in my life where it didn't feel weird. That was what it was. It was always, how can I get from this? How can I live this experience and receive the most benefits? And now that I notice, just from, doing these practices and becoming more aware, I realize that I don't feel in purpose at all when I'm trying to get. Just the beginning of shooting this video, I felt like I was trying to get something. And it was like, okay, how can I place my words perfectly to fit what I want them to hear? And right now, I'm not doing that, and it's a complete flow of energy. I could keep speaking for time and time and time. There's nothing that is impossible in me right now. I can speak my truth because I'm no longer coming from a place of what do I want from this. I'm coming from a place of what can I give from this. So no mistake I make in whatever I say, let's say it's, messing up words or saying something a little off, nothing I say can really scare me because I know that what I'm doing right now is to give. It's to give my truth. It's to give insight, tips, something to follow. Like if you want to follow this, if you want to also document your journey and do an 100-day challenge of meditating for an hour a day like me, I would love to hear from you. And that's why I'm doing this, is to give that opportunity to others to see that it's normal, it's not weird to want to do something a little bit out of the norm, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna literally just post these videos. I'm not gonna edit them. Maybe I'll cut out the first part where I come and jump on the bed and I sit, but I'm gonna let them run, and no matter how long they are, I don't think that, there's people that'll say, okay, keep your videos short. It's more attractive to the person to be able to see that it's a short video, and yeah, okay, there's that, I agree. Edit out the parts where you're fumbling for words, because then it's boring for someone. Okay, I get it, I do. Add music in the background. Okay, I get it, I do. And all these tricks, there's very amazing people that know how to market video, and they've learned these tricks, and wow, I applaud them. But it doesn't mean that because their truth is absolutely it's working for them, that it needs to work for me. So whatever I do in these videos, I want you to know that it's not because I do it and it speaks my truth and it brings me joy that you need to do it as well. But I think that the key here is that meditating, first of all, is available for everyone. It's that thing that's completely free of charge, and you can do it whoever you are, rich, poor, smart, dumb, whatever you think about yourself, you can meditate and you can learn to release those beliefs. And it feels so good to shed layers off of your skin and just be able to become more aware. And just right now, speaking is like I'm speaking to a friend. Because you're all my friends. Everybody is my family. Brothers and sisters. We're all here. We just, we came through different people to be born and to come onto this earth, because not just one mother could birth 8 billion children. God bless if she can. But there's a reason why everybody procreates, but I do believe that we come from one creator, and there's a higher power there. And when you notice that, you're really at ease, because you can really treat that higher power like a father or a mother, and just be like, I know you've got my back. I know you want the best for me, just like my mom and dad wanted when I was young. They wanted to feed me. They wanted me to be okay. They wanted me to get the best out of life, the most out of life. And even though they lived all of their challenges and struggles as children, as adolescents, they still saw this little baby and thought, how can we make this baby have the most fun and be the most excited by life? What can we do for her? Does she want to do skating? Okay, let's do skating. Does she want to do gymnastics? Okay, What would she like to do? And that is so beautiful that we see these little babies, these little creatures, and we're like, what can we do for you? And I think that's where the purpose comes from, is when you know that whatever you do in life, it's for others. You know, yes, if you make music because you love it, it's for you, but you're blessing others because they get to listen to it, they get to relate to it. You're making the world a better place just by creating and being in your space of creativity and being in your purpose and your truth and doing what you love, because by default, if you do what you love, it makes other people want to do what they love. So just by being in that purpose and wanting the best for these little babies, for everyone, because everybody's a little baby that just grew into an adult in their bodies, but when you have that mindset of, I just want the best for these little people, and how can I help them? How can I serve them? I was in the meditation, and the whole time, it was an hour, and an hour, it goes by like this. Literally, it goes by like this. I was sitting there, and I was like thinking, and then I was like, okay, dim down my thoughts, okay. And I was like, okay, what can I merge now? Like, and I feel it now looking back that it was kind of coming from a place of, okay, what can I get now from this? But at the very end, and oftentimes it's at the end of the practice that I feel like, okay, I get it again. I did this practice because I wanted to give or be able to give more. So how in this instant can I be thankful to God, to the universe? How can I step into this space where I'm here to learn? I'm here to learn because I know nothing. I know nothing. And by meditating, I am putting myself in a place to be of service to the world, which is what we should all do. Because if we were all just giving, there would be no taking, because you'd just be giving, because you wouldn't be getting, you'd just be giving it back. So it's like, give me everything you've got. If you want to bless me with some wisdom and knowledge, give it to me, because I want to give it back away. And so during the meditation, right at the end, I was like, okay, come on, give it to me. Okay, so I can give it back away, so I can go and distribute it everywhere. And you feel so good in that moment. You're like, and see, even that's very egoic. It's like, I feel good about it. But it's just a result of giving. Because it's nice to give. It's nice to see people happy, just like that little baby. You want to see that little baby happy. So if you come from a place of service, you'll never see suffering. You'll never be suffering anymore. You won't feel pain. You're just going to be in a place of service. And you see, there are so many thoughts in my mind that are like, okay, I shouldn't post this video because now I'm rambling, now I'm talking. But there's going to be people that can see this and be like, look, she's very human. She is very human, and I put out what I want, what I wish for others to experience, because it's amazing. It's really amazing to come into this space of purpose. And so I'm going to keep making these videos. I'm going to keep filming them 100 days after my meditation, and let's just see how I can change, how I can become even more of service, how I evolve. It's going to be such a journey, and it's so exciting. It's really fun. I look forward to my meditations every day, even though sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do it. That's my mind, that's my left mind, the logical side that's saying it's going to take up time. It might not even give you anything, so that's the ego wanting to get, you've got better things to do. That's all that negative side that's pushing you away from your purpose. And I choose to sit with my purpose for an hour a day and notice what comes up, because I'd love to become a better service to the world. So, what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? And you can say it in whichever jumble way you want, but if you say that every day in your head or out loud, you become closer to a space where you can give, because you've got so much. If you squeeze, You've got love pouring out and happiness pouring out because we're an endless fruit of creativity and love. Thank you. See you tomorrow.